set up the grill dome for the campfire cones. We're going to be using stubs, natural charcoal briskets. We'll be lighting the grill dome with the Rapid Light charcoal lighter. To set the grill dome up, we're going to be using the bottom extension rack along with the pizza stone as a diffuser and the top grate. In order to set the campfire cones up straight so they actually melt properly and don't spill all into the grill dome themselves, we'll be using a jalapeno popper holder. And that is going to be something that we cover in aluminum foil for two reasons. First, we're going to cover it so that it's less mess if you have any of the sugars from the caramel or fudge drip onto the holder. Second, cover the bottom so that the bottom points of your cones don't get too charred and burnt. But let me show you how this is all set up. Okay, so I've got the grill dome here. I've loaded up with some charcoal briskets. Again, we're using the Stubbs charcoal briskets today. And we're going to use the Rapid Light charcoal starter. So we're going to take that, we're going to bury it in the center under the briskets. We're going to plug that in. We're going to let it run for 8 minutes exactly, and in 8 minutes it's going to have the perfect flame. Let me show you. Okay, so we've removed the Rapid Light. It's been after the 8-minute mark, and as you see by the smoke, we've got the grill dome going quite well right now. So what we want to do at this point, we want to add the bottom extender rack along with your pizza stone, and that's going to act as your diffuser. We're going to get that in place. We're going to add the top rack. And today we're not going to use this rack because we're actually going to have something that's going to stand up a little bit taller than that will allow. So we're going to let this grill dome get up to about 350 degrees. We're going to open it all the way at the top. We're going to open it all the way at the bottom until it starts climbing. Once it starts climbing about 50 to 25 degrees from your target temperature, I go ahead and start shutting it down. You'll probably do about 1/8 to 1/4 of it. Okay, with the jalapeno popper holder, you're going to take a good piece of aluminum foil, spread that out, put your jalapeno holder in the center, wrap it around like so. Then you can poke the holes in it. Might be a little bit easier with the cones, but you also have the bottom covered so that when the heat comes up, it does not damage the bottom of the cone, but it comes around and you get all the heat at the top of the cone while the bottom is protected, and you'll find that you'll get a much more quality product this way. Okay, welcome back. We've got some great items here to put into the s'mores cones, but we're going to do a little bit more than just s'mores cones today. I'm going to show you how to do 6 great flavors of cone-like s'mores, but they're going to have some different ingredients. Let me show you what they are. First, we're going to have marshmallows. We're going to have chocolate chips, butterscotch chips. We have white chocolate chips, along with almond slivers, a little bit of dried cranberries, marshmallow fluff, hot fudge and caramel, along with strawberry preserves and apricot preserves, and you can't forget the sprinkles and the whipped cream. They're going to be for a little bit later, but let me show you how to make those cones now. Okay, so we're going to start with our jalapeno holder. Now I've already covered this, like I said previously, with aluminum foil. We've made the holes. You take a sugar cone, and for the s'mores cone, you want to drop just a couple chips in the bottom. And what that's going to do, it's going to seal up the bottom so nothing leaks out of this. Place that in the center. We're going to add some marshmallows, some more chocolate chips, and that is going to be your basic s'mores cone. Now, if you want to try something a little bit different, like let me recommend the strawberry and cream cone. That consists of a couple white chocolate chips. There again, to seal at the bottom. We're going to add some strawberry preserve topping. Marshmallows. A little bit more strawberry. And then we're going to top it off with some white chocolate chips. Now, this is a great one if you have those non-chocolate lovers in your family. Or someone that just really likes fruit. The next one we're going to do is a butterscotch cone. We're going to start with butterscotch chips. This time, instead of the marshmallows though, we're going to use marshmallow fluff. Nice big old dab of marshmallow fluff. Put it down in a cone. And more butterscotch chips. And this is where you can really load it up. For our next cone, we'll be doing an almond and cranberry with white chocolate. Good again, start with white chocolate chips. We're going to add a couple marshmallows, dried cranberries, a couple more marshmallows, some almonds, and a couple more white chocolate chips. And as you see here, the cones really make it convenient and easy to just load up any ingredients that you want into your cones. It also makes it great for the smaller children so that they can hold it and you don't have that ooze all over. Not that I don't like the ooze, but sometimes less mess is a little bit better. Now we're going to do a chocolate and caramel cone. We're going to start with chocolate chips, marshmallows, some more caramel. You do have the little ones making these. Be careful when you're using these hot liquid ingredients. They can burn. We'll put about 3 scoops in there. We'll come back with some more chocolate. And we'll go crazy with this one. Just a little. Okay, for our last cone, we're going to take some chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, we'll take some apricots, a little marshmallow fluff, and we'll finish off with cranberries and some almond slivers. So, those are some ideas for you. I'm sure that you guys can come up with some even better ideas than what I've done today. But let me get these onto the grill, and we're going to have a great sweet treat. Okay, so we've got the grill dome set at right around 300 degrees, and we've got these great s'mores cones or different kinds of campfire cones. We're going to take those and we're going to set those right in the center. We're going to shut down the grill dome. 7 to 10 minutes later, we're going to have a great treat. I'll see you then. Okay, so it's been about 8 to 9 minutes. I believe these s'mores cones are about done. You can see that on top the marshmallow is starting to turn a little brown. Chocolate chips are starting to sweat. Now, little note on chocolate chips is that they're actually more melted than you think, as you can see here. But because the cookie companies want them to stand up to the chips in the baking process, they don't sometimes melt all the way. So if you were to use candy, per se, or Hershey's chocolate or another chocolate bar, you're going to get a much even melt factor than what you have with the chocolate chips. Okay, so as you see, the chocolate has melted, and we're going to pull these off the grill, and then we're going to put some extra toppings such as whipped cream and sprinkles on these. Follow me. Okay, so we're going to take some heavy whipping cream and give it a good shake. We're going to take one of our cones. We'll start with the s'mores cone. We're going to add a little bit of whipped cream to that. We're going to take, we thought we were not going to use the sprinklers, but we are. And we're going to sprinkle those sprinkles right on that. And if you know a kid that wouldn't eat that, don't send them here, because this is going to be awesome. So, these are the s'mores cones, campfire cones, etc. They're a wonderful treat. I hope you guys enjoy as much as we'll be enjoying them here. Thanks, and remember, here at the Den, it's always time to barbecue.